Hi there, thank you so much for joining me today. We got another makeup basket video. This is for the month of June. I'm a little bit behind schedule. I got sick last week and I had to put up 1 or 2 pre-filmed videos so that I could keep my schedule up. I just couldn't film. I'm all better now though, and I do have quite a few products that I bought in the past month or so that I want to play with, some things I finished and can move out of my collection and so on, so let's get started. Some products I finished. This first one is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This one's empty. I did count how many pumps it took to finish and I compared it to the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I have a video that just went up where I calculate the pumps and figure out which one is a better deal. I also finished a blush. This is the Too Faced Baby Love blush. Very excited to have finished one. I did repress it and finish it that way, and it was a beautiful everyday nude blush. I have a lot of colors like this, so I don't think I'm going to run out and repurchase it, but I'm very excited to have used up a blush. That does not happen often. This is a Mario Badescu bottle, but I actually had the O for Setting Spray in here, and this one is empty. You'll see me talk about this in my future Project Pan update. And I did finish the yellow side of my Wet n Wild contour powder, but I still have the bronzer. I broke it up and I put it in this little container, so I'll keep that in and put this in my empties bin because it'll be done at least within a week. Let's talk about some things I purchased recently and got to play with this month. The first one is the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation. I'm in the shade LG2. It has like 100 shades or something. I like it well enough. I don't know. It doesn't have the best lasting power, and I did play with it for a week, but I really haven't had different types of weather to try it out in. It's been really rainy. It's been really dark and dreary here in my neck of the woods, and I like it well enough. It's definitely something I will continue to use. I don't think it's horrible, but I really haven't been able to test it out in different types of weather. I wouldn't say it's like the best, most long-lasting formula. I do like the coverage. I prefer applying it with a makeup sponge versus the Smashbox foundation, which I usually just use with my fingers. I feel like this tends to transfer. Like, this is something that if you have a little bit of a cold or the sniffles and you're wiping your nose, this is going to come off almost immediately. If you're the type of person who rests your hand on your chin, also going to rub off very fast. So if you are that type of person who touches your face throughout the day, I don't know if this is the best for you. Unless you are someone who sets with like a really heavy powder, then I feel like that would be okay. I'll keep it in this month as well and play with it, and if I have any news or any new discoveries about this foundation, I will definitely keep you posted. Another new product, this is the Flower Beauty Lethal Oleander Perfume. I had already used it a couple times before last month, and I played with it a lot more this month, and I really like this a lot. I think this is a good product. $15 for what, an ounce, 1.7 ounces of perfume, really affordable, cruelty-free. I tried to buy the other perfume that they have on the website, but I don't see it anymore. Hopefully it comes back. But this is nice. It's kind of floral, a little bit powdery, a little bit sophisticated. It's just a really nice perfume for this time of year, so I will continue to enjoy it. Also got to play around with these blush bombs. I have the shade Nectar. No, I have the shade Pinched and Bubbly, and I really like these. I think I prefer Nectar just because it's a little bit more of a natural color, but these are really pretty, guys. I've been using these nonstop. They're really nice. As for the Lash Warrior from Flower Beauty, this is just okay. I think I don't like the formula. I don't like how spiky the wand is, and I feel like it puts a lot of product on my lashes, and if you have really lightweight blonde lashes like me, they can very easily get overpowered with this product. I'm still in the process of trying to figure out like which way to use the wand so that I don't put too much product on at once. I also brought in some new singles from Anasazi Beverly Hills. These 6 right here I recently purchased, and I used Metal probably the most. I used Macaroon a little bit and Stone and Warm Taupe as well. I didn't play with the pinks as much just because I wasn't in a pink eyeshadow type of mood, and I did just recently purchase 2 singles from ColourPop. This is Team Captain and this is Goody Two Shoes, and I might pull those in this month to play with a little bit, but I do think I'm going to put this away for now. I have quite a few products in here that are in my current Project Pan. This is my last month. I'll be giving my finale within a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, so I'm going to pull all those at once, but I'm going to be keeping them this month. I have the e.l.f. Active Stay Out and Play SPF 50. I have the e.l.f. Beauty Shield SPF 50, the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana Bronzer. This one I only have a little bit left. If you can see, I'm almost done with that one. The RCMA powder that I keep in this little powder container, the Kevyn Aucoin contour powder, and the bronzer from the Wet n Wild duo that I'm holding on to. Also these 2 palettes I have in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project right now. I just put up my most recent update a couple days ago, so I'll be keeping both of these palettes in here, but the e.l.f. one, I hit my goal on the shade that I wanted to hit pan on, and that is this gold shade right here. So now that I've hit pan on this and it's no longer in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project, I'm going to put it back for this month. This Marc Jacobs bronzer is also in a project ban, so I'm going to keep this month as well. And as for these 4 lip products, I did pull them out and use them quite a bit. I wore each of them in a video last month, and I'll be putting them back so I can play with some other colors. My Bare Minerals color corrector, I actually hit pan on recently, so that's kind of exciting. I feel like I hit pan on it really quickly though, so I'll keep that one this month, and I'll also keep my Anasazi Beverly Hills Brow Pomade. It was really dry and crusty, and then I just took like the end of a makeup brush or something, and I just stirred it, and it's like I got it a day ago. It's brand new again. It's amazing. So if you have a pomade like that you want to refresh, just try stirring it and see what happens. You guys, I cannot believe I still have this concealer. I've been using it every day and still more and more keeps coming out. I thought this would have been done like 2 months ago. It's still going strong. I don't have a problem with that, but obviously I'm going to keep it in this month and hopefully finish it so I can move on to some other concealers in my collection. I have some staples in here that I always use, like my Marc Jacobs eyeliner, some nude lip liners, my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, the Makeup Revolution concealer, the Essence Brow Gel. These are just things that I use every month and keep every month, as well as my Tarte eyelash curler. So let's move on to my collection and pull out some things to play with. Alright, so let's look at eyeshadow palettes. I am going to pull out the Sultry palette. I actually chose 2 shades from this palette to play with for my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. Really excited to be able to pull this out and play with it. So I think that's it for these larger ones. Let's look at the smaller ones and see if I want to pull anything out. I do have a blue mascara here from ColourPop. I kind of want to play with that. I wore it today for the first time and it was actually kind of cool. I like it. So I'm going to pull it out and play with it this month as well. As for those 2 ColourPop shades that I just got, instead of pulling this whole palette out, I'm just going to put these 2 singles in this little Anasazi Beverly Hills 4 eyeshadow quad. Why can't I think of the word for that? Just going to pull those out and play with those this month, see if I can't fit them into a look or 2. But I think for now, that's pretty much everything I'm going to pull out concerning eyeshadows. I do really want to focus on those Pan Those Eyeshadows products because I have like 4 browns. I need to work through those. Now for blushes, I am going to pull out this PYT blush in the shade Exhale. After I finished the Too Faced blush, I kind of wanted to pull out a really natural soft pink, and this has been perfect for that. I've really been loving it. But I also want to pull out the Hourglass Incandescent Electra palette. It just screams summer to me, and it's just something that I never reach for, even though it's one of my favorite blushes. So I am going to pull it out and play with it this month now that I don't have a blush that I'm trying to pan. So if you can tell, I don't really have a ton of bronzers to pull out. I have the Marc Jacobs bronzer that I'm playing with, and I think that's all I'm going to pull out for now. There is a new bronzer that I purchased recently, and it's in my bottom drawer where all my new products go. I'm going to pull that out, so nothing from this drawer. Now for highlighters. I think I'm going to pull out this highlighter here from the Filmstar Bronze and Glow. It's a really pretty light gold, and I'm feeling like with it being the summertime coming soon, I do want to play with this a little bit more. And whenever I need a pinky highlighter, I'll pull out the Wet n Wild Blossom Glow. I would like to have this finished probably by the end of the year, so I'll pull this out and play with it a little bit more. Oh, I forgot to mention the Pure highlighter. This was in my makeup basket last month. I don't know how I overlooked it, but this is really pretty. It's a really nice gentle highlighter. It can pull a tad bit yellow. I don't know if it's going to focus on that necessarily, but if you have incredibly pale skin and anything will pull yellow on you, this will sort of pull a little bit yellow, but it's a very pale yellow, so I still really like it, and I think it's a good product. Now for foundation stuff, since I used my Ofra setting spray, I'm going to pull out this Pure setting spray. I put it in an Urban Decay All Nighter bottle, but it's just a little bit left of what I have of Pure. It's probably like halfway full, so about 2 ounces left, so I'm going to pull this out and use it this month. And eventually, when I finish that LA Girl concealer, I do want to play around with the Jouer one again. I feel like I don't play with this as often. It's a high coverage concealer. It has a little bit of like a golden undertone. So for those of you who are fair but have a more golden or olive or warm undertone, Jouer has good shade options for you. So I'll pull this one out and play with it whenever the LA Girl one is done, but honestly, maybe it'll never be done. Now for lip products, I did play around a lot with color last month, and I do kind of want to pull out some more nudie colors. For example, this Little Mini in Perla by Stila, and this shade here. This is the shade Nearly Nude by e.l.f. It's one of their matte lip crayons. And maybe this shade here, Soft Lilac by Anasazi Beverly Hills. That's a really pretty color. So maybe I'll play around with nudes more this month. I also recently purchased an organic wear lip treatment from Physicians Formula, and it's cool. It's got like a twist lid, which I thought was kind of cool. Packaging is nice and heavy. I hear these are compared to the Fresh lip balms, the Fresh Sugar lip balms all the time. So, and lastly, for all of my new makeup products, it's really only the stuff in this box here. Let's see, I have a lipstick that James' mom gave me. It's in the shade Soft Pink. It's a really pretty pink color, so I'm going to pull that out this month. If you can see, I have a lot of brand new Wet n Wild stuff. I literally made an order at the end of April, right before all this cruelty-free stuff started happening, so still deciding what to do with my products, but I'll worry about that at a later time. I purchased the Villains Maleficent ColourPop Super Shock Highlighter. This is really pretty. It's got a little bit of a glitter to it, but it is very soft, really, really pretty. So I'm going to pull that out this month, as well as this cream highlighter from ColourPop. It's in the shade Lunch Money. Actually, I think that's everything I'm going to pull out this month. Yeah, I think I'm good. Alright, so that is everything in my makeup drawer for this month. Just in case I wasn't able to fully focus on the products earlier, I do want to show them in focus now. So this is a part of the ColourPop Disney Villains collection, and I got the shade Maleficent, and I don't know, oh no, I already dug a little bit out of it. Okay, so this is an incredibly soft formula, very, very metallic, if you can see that. It does have a slight gold glitter in there, just a little bit of glitter, which honestly I could do without, but at the same time I don't mind too bad. Really, really pretty. Oh my goodness. And then I have Lunch Money by ColourPop. It's a much softer, if you can see, the Maleficent one compared to ColourPop even has like a little bit of like a peachy undertone to it, but really stunning products. Very excited to have them in my collection. Let's also do a close-up of this organic wear lip treatment by Physicians Formula. I'm just worried I didn't get to show you like a close-up at the time while I was filming, so hopefully you can see them now. And then I'll also swatch the two eyeshadows that I got from ColourPop. This green shade is Team Captain, and this kind of gray charcoal shade is Goody Two Shoes. And that is what those two look like. So all in all, I have some products to finish, I have some products to play with, I have some products to just get some better use out of, etc. I'm very excited about this month, especially this blue mascara. That's going to be fun to play with. This is a close-up of it. I've only used it one time, and I think it's alright. The color is really cool. I'm excited to play with that a little bit more. So yeah, this is everything. Let me know if you've tried any of the other highlighters from the Disney Villain collection and whether or not you think that they're worth trying. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!